Good afternoon. Let's talk a little bit about positivity and optimism. Now, I understand that these are topics or characteristics that already get so much more attention nowadays and are talked about by everyone all the freaking time. But I promise you that what you'll learn in this session will be much more practical advice than most of what you've ever seen before about these topics. So let's kick this off. Why exactly is positivity so important? Why is being, or rather learning how to be more optimistic a worthy goal? Well, here's what research shows. Positive and optimistic people are far more likely to take action on their goals, seize opportunities, overcome obstacles or problems that come up and get what they want. In the workplace, they're more likely to get promoted, for example, to leadership positions. Other research also proves that more positive and optimistic people are physically healthier and even go on to live longer. Isn't that amazing? But that's not the best part. Research also shows us that anyone, no matter of their age, their race, their upbringing, their current situation in life, can learn to become a more positive, more optimistic person. This is because optimism, for example, is not just something that we are born with. It's not coded in your DNA at birth, but rather something which we develop or fail to develop throughout the course of our life. There's a great book about this called Learned Optimism by Martin Seligman. Now this begs the question, how can someone become more positive and optimistic? Well, let's give you 4 simple, practical keys to get you started. Number 1, stop watching the news and the mainstream media. There's a saying that goes, garbage in, garbage out. And unfortunately, what stops so many people from being more positive is all of the negativity, the pessimism, the conflict, and the drama that they're actually feeding their minds. This on a daily basis from the news, the mainstream media, and the social media, and so on. And like it or not, the news and the mainstream media is actually skewed towards negativity, which you'll see as we go along. It doesn't give you a complete view of what's happening in the world. Rather, it gives you the most negative, gloomy version of events possible. Over time, news and media consumption changes people's perspective of the world and makes them more and more negative or pessimistic. Again, research proves this. Which means one very simple way to change your thinking and become more positive is to stop or at least limit your news, media, and social media consumption. Point number 2. This we've heard from many different sources. Change your social circle. Goethe said, tell me who you spend time with, and I will tell you who you are. Our social connections and interactions affect who you are, how we see the world, and what we think and what we do. Including, yes, how positive and optimistic we are. which makes changing our social circle a great way to change this as well. Can I have a yes? Yes, yes. Now, this can be applied in many ways. Perhaps you can spend less time with people who constantly complain and drag you down emotionally. Or look to spend time with people who bring out your life joy. Maybe it's time to connect with new people who are going to help you grow. Whichever way you apply this, be sure to put this timeless advice into your practice. Point number 3, understand what real optimism looks like. One of the reasons I've seen for why people are not more positive or optimistic is that they don't fully understand what this actually means. They might say, how can I be positive? Just look at what's happening in the world. These people assume that positive people are delusional and fail to recognize the very real problems in the world. But this isn't the case. What I've learned from studying the highest achievers is that they are both. 1, they don't hide from problems. They're actually very aware of the challenges and the problems in front of them and actually acknowledge them. Point 2, at the same time, they're actually optimistic about the future because they can see possibilities that others don't. That's what real optimism is. It's not about being delusional and convincing yourself there are no problems in the world, but being able to see the possibilities for the future, which give you hope, as well as the good things in the world. And 4th, read great literature. Another simple tip, which has done wonders for my mindset over the years, is reading great books, as well as listening to great audiobooks, consuming great content, watching inspiring movies, reading newsletters, and so on and so on and so on. So go ahead, find a great book that you can read, and I assure you that it will fill you with new ways of thinking, inspiration, and possibilities that will help you think more positively, be more motivated, and achieve better results. From me, I sincerely hope that these 4 simple yet highly practical steps will serve you well.